Right. Hey guys, it's Miss McCullough. I just wanted to give you guys just a look at what our assignments would be for March 30th through April 3rd. So if you'll notice, I have created these headers for you to see what it is that you will be doing. Now, for this week, we are doing more extension tasks, and what those mean is there's some sort of hands-on activity or project that you guys get to partake in to apply some of the material that hopefully you learned from last week by reading your chapter in your textbook, looking over the PowerPoints, and then watching the videos that we have above. So you have an option. So do not do both of these. You will only pick one, either option 1 or option 2. If we take a look at option 1, I will get this pulled up. I've created a YouTube video giving you step-by-step instructions of me doing the quadrat activity. So what a quadrat is just creating a square shape that you lay on the ground and you count the living organisms. And I used several random things that I found in my house to complete this activity, and things that I found outside, and I have a video showing you step-by-step instructions of that, and then specifically how you open up the PDF document that shows you what you will be ultimately creating with this. So if you look at this, you will need to read through this first, how you record your data with a table, how you handle the data with a bar chart, and then there are 6 questions to answer. So this is the quadrat activity. The sound is a little bit compromised because I created it on an iMovie because I filmed it on my phone, and then the iMovie would not upload to YouTube no matter what I tried. So I had to screen record the iMovie and then stick that on YouTube. So the sound's kind of rough, but you can still get the picture. You can also put on captions. I'm sure it translates my southern accent so well. Ultimately, you'll be making your little square, and you just place it in 3 different locations, somewhere in your yard or wherever you are outside. Make a table and a bar chart for each of those locations when you count the living organisms, and I've showed you how I did mine, and then answer the 3 analysis questions and 3 evaluations questions. So that is option 1. If we come back to modules and look at option 2, which I'll show you down here at the bottom. Option 2 is where you don't have to go outside and you don't get to enjoy the sunshine. So this would be for someone, maybe your allergies are really acting up right now and you just rather do the digital poster project. So what this is just what it sounds like. It's a digital poster that you will create using the rubric that I have provided for you. And I think the rubric is fairly straightforward. You'll need to make, and I'm going to scroll down instead of just reading this to you, I kind of want you to see it. So you'll need to open up a Word document or a PowerPoint or something. You can go to canva.com and use their online poster templates, whatever you would like to do, however whichever platform you're most comfortable with. So I've made a table and then inserted all the 3 areas that you have to have. So you need a title. You'll need to create a food chain, a food web, and an energy pyramid for a biome. And a biome is just an ecosystem. So you can see down here is where you would describe the ecosystem, or another word for that is biome, the biome that you choose. You need to have a food chain where you place images, like where these little circles are. This would be where your images are. Let's say you start with some sort of species of grass, and then what eats that grass, and then what eats that little creature, and what eats that creature, and then who's at the very top. And you'll need to have your arrows pointing in the flow of energy. Now, a food web would be the biome with multiple organisms and how they interact with one another as far as who they provide energy for. So the web is a little more kind of crazy when you start looking at all the different arrows and the way they point. So again, these circles would be images of living organisms, and then an energy pyramid. So the pyramid, I would take your food chain and then create the pyramid. So this would be the producer level, who's the primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer, and then if there is a 4th and top and final consumer, who or what organism is that. And then there's several analysis questions that I believe I've got to go back and post for you guys, and I'll do that, and you need to add those in as well. So here's the rubric that you have, and it gives you all the possible points. It's out of 50. So you can see these would be where you could achieve those points. Like you get a point for the title, 5 points for your biome, of course, and then each area of the project. Okay? All right. So again, only choose one option. Do not choose both. And I want you guys just to have fun with this and make it something that that you enjoy doing. The final thing you'll do this week, which is our summative assessment. It's an organisms in their environment quiz. You can take it as many times as you want. It's not on Lockdown Browser. It's 30 questions from this unit, and it's the typical questions that you would see on a Cambridge exam at the end of the year. So I have those that just populate from our question banks. So you've got here one of the cycles that we studied, either the nitrogen cycle, the carbon cycle, or the water cycle. So you look at this image and determine which type of nutrient cycle this falls into, and so forth. Okay, so you can see all of those, and that is due, all of this is due Friday by midnight. So I really don't want y'all to stress over the weekend. Have all this done by Friday at midnight. The quadrant activity took me about 45 minutes outside, and it was really nice. It was one of those sunny days that we had recently. And the digital poster project, I would think, would take you about the same time, if not longer, just because it has several parts. All right, so let me have your questions. Email me. Catch us on our Zoom on Tuesday at 9 a.m. and Thursday at 9 a.m. And Tuesday's Zoom, of course, will be space themed. So if you're watching this before we get on our Zoom, wear something space themed. We're going to outer space. All right. Love you guys. I hope to